After staring at the class nameplate for about 3 seconds, Chris entered the classroom just in time for the bell to ring, just like always. Quietly, trying not to make a sound through the back door. With his head bowed, he focused his gaze only on the shoes on which Uemura was written in large marker and slowly counted his steps. 6, 7, 8. On the 10th step, turn right and then take 8 steps forward to his seat in the 5th row. Take his school bag off his shoulders and sit down. His daily mission was to complete the entire series of steps without looking at anyone.
"Hey, you gay bastard, you're always late coming,"
said the stocky toad-like boy sitting in the seat behind him, and hit Chris on the back of the head with a rolled-up notebook.
Takeshi, his stride is so small that he can only move at the speed of a turtle, so it can't be helped.
Yohei, who was sitting across the row from him, said without hesitation. In contrast, this one is lanky and almost lizard-like. He seems pleased with his own skillful expression and is giggling.
"Hey, say something,"
Takeshi said, tapping Chris on the head again, and the bell rang. A young teacher wearing a tracksuit and with her hair tied back in a ponytail entered the classroom. And then, the two of them stopped messing with Chris like children who had lost interest in the toy they were playing with, and sat back in their chairs. "Rise. Bo, be seated," following the orders of the day's duty teacher and showing a token amount of respect. Chris rested his elbows on the desk and stared at the textbook spread out before him, lost in a world of fantasy. Most of the stories involve flying through the sky on a dragon or Pegasus, using swords and magic to defeat evil frogs and their evil lizard entourages. Waiting for the day to pass like this was his daily routine. And because it was Friday, his delusions were more intense than usual. Homeroom ends and the students file out of the classroom one by one. Chris curled up like a turtle, as usual, and waited patiently until he was the last one standing. By staggering the time of leaving school with the bullies, he can avoid being subjected to unnecessary bullying. Basically, Chris realized that if he stayed out of their sight, he wouldn't be bullied. Plus, Takeshi and his friends have Little League Baseball on Fridays, so they won't stay behind and bother him.
"Cut your hair already, you idiot."
Takeshi slapped Chris on the head from behind, and with that he left the classroom with the rest of his group. After making sure that the classroom was deserted, Chris raised his head and looked out the window. In the clear, high autumn sky, thin clouds resembling angel wings were spreading out widely. After letting his imagination wander for a while about flying through the sky with wings on, Chris trudged out of the deserted classroom.